Hello, welcome. Sue here from the Unicorn Advisory with some very exciting news. You may or may not have known that Kajabi have been running a pretty exceptional promotion over the last couple of weeks where you can get 50% off your first year of Kajabi, which has never been done. I have been using Kajabi for almost 6 years. I've never seen them do anything as good as this before. And as you can imagine, there was a lot of demand. And Kajabi, beautiful people that they are, have decided to extend this promotion for a few extra days. So if you missed out, do not stress. There is still a couple of days left to take advantage of the 50% off Kajabi. It's now going until midnight Friday, the 15th of November. So you got a couple of days to get in and start using Kajabi. And if you sign up through an affiliate partner like myself, you will get 12 months at 50% off instead of 6 months if you sign up directly through the Kajabi site. So my recommendation is find a partner and sign up through a partner so you get that extra 6 months of 50% off. Now, if you happen to be watching this and the 15th of November has already passed, I'm sorry. This is one of those things where I cannot imagine they will ever repeat it again. But you can always get the best possible deal at any time at our website. Let me put the details up here for you. We have a fantastic bonus suite available when you sign up through us. We will always share the best possible detail that is best possible deal that is available through Kajabi, whether that's sometimes I'll do things like 3 months for $99, which is amazing. Sometimes I'll do this 50% off. Well, not sometimes. They've only ever done it this one time. So if they ever have promotions outside of their normal, really generous 30-day free trial, I will, of course, let you know. So if you're watching this in the future, check that website, theunicornadvisory.com/Kajabi. But if you're watching it and it is the 14th or the 15th of November, you are in luck. You can still sign up. So go to that site. This is the site that I'm looking at right now. Click onto this link here. Get 50% off Kajabi and the bonus suite. You will see the countdown timer so you'll know exactly how long that you have left. And even better than signing up to Kajabi and getting that incredible discount, which allows you to start from just $27.50 a month, which is mind blowing. Like, it's absolutely phenomenal that you can get started for such a low price. You'll get some incredible bonuses. So you will get a strategy call with myself, a one-on-one strategy call. So many of the people that sign up to Kajabi through me and get my bonuses love these calls. I have done hundreds and hundreds of consulting strategy calls with people. Sometimes we will go into Kajabi and go into every little bit, and it will be like a power session, like boo, boo, boo. I did one of those yesterday with a new user where we went through setting up products, funnels, offers, like the whole shebang. And sometimes it may even be just strategy in general, like, hey, what's the next thing that I should do in my business? Whatever you need, I will be there for you. It is your hour of power strategy call. Normally that would be $300, but you do get one of those calls complimentary when you sign up to Kajabi through me, because I want to help you succeed on the platform. If you've watched any of the videos on this channel, you will see I'm a pretty passionate Kajabi creator. I love helping people get their Kajabi sites set up and start making money online. There is nothing better. I still so vividly remember making my very first $59 back in 2019, selling a course to someone, and I did not know who they were. I still have the screenshot. Honestly, I went screaming around the house like, oh my God, this works. It's amazing. I'm now closing in on $500,000 that I've earned through the Kajabi platform. So, it absolutely can be done. And I want you to have that same success. So that's why I'm so generous with the bonuses that I give. Kajabi will give me a commission if you sign up through me. It doesn't cost you any extra. In fact, you actually get an extra 6 months of that discount. But that is just one of the bonuses you get. You will also have access to our Unicorn Heroes membership. Now, this is normally $37 a month, but you will be able to access it for 3 months for free, and you can come and ask me as many questions as you want. Every Thursday, I host a live Q&A call. If you can't make it live, you can submit your questions in advance. And there is nothing I love doing more than answering people's Kajabi questions. So I stay on those calls until every question is answered, no matter how long that takes. Usually the calls are around an hour to 90 minutes. I think our record is about 3 hours, maybe even 3 and a bit hours one time. So I'm here for you live, going into your Kajabi account, showing you what to do in my Kajabi account. And you also get access to a tutorial database and our community as well. Plus, you get some awesome on-demand resources. You can have our step-by-step roadmap, the Kajabi Tiki Tour. This is your how to get started on Kajabi, the very, very first steps that you should do, making sure that all your settings are done correctly, and most importantly, that you know how to start selling. Because one of the things that I strongly recommend before setting up a website or doing any of that is get something up for sale. Start doing things to get those very first sales in. It's going to give you momentum. It's going to give you a sense of excitement. From the moment that you sign up to a plan on Kajabi during this 50% off, you can do everything in the platform. You could start selling today if you could get something up really quickly. So that's what the Tiki Tool will help you do. Get those settings done so it's all correctly set up. You can take payments and start selling. You'll also get our Kajabi 101 Quick Start course. That is just some additional resources about getting set up on Kajabi. There's a heap of videos in there and you can go through that training. Plus, because this is such an epic promotion, we had to match it with a very epic bonus. We have a Kajabi template store with some absolutely gorgeous templates. So Kajabi does actually have templates included with Kajabi. They are a variety of different templates. Some of them are more simple, but you do have something to get started. But if you want something beyond that and you really want that designer feel, you want to be able to customize the images, do a bit more customization, have something that feels a lot more you without the work of having to try and figure that out. We do have template collections. There's a whole lot of different designs and you'll get 50% off any collection. Or you can get 50% off our 30 days to 1K program, or both. You get 50%. We're like, let's put the 50% everywhere. So those are all the bonuses that you get when you sign up through me, which is pretty amazing, right? But you're probably like, oh, which actual plan should I choose? Because that can be really tricky as well, trying to figure out which plan. Now, at the beginning of this promotion, it was like thankfully Kajabi heard people when they were saying this. They asked for you to choose the plan that you want and you were not able to change the plan. If you moved up or down the plans, you lose the 50% discount. However, now you can choose the plan that you need now. And as long as you go up a plan, so if you start with basic, you could go to growth, then you will get be able to keep that discount when you change the plans. Or if you start monthly and then you go to annual, you'll be able to get that discount. So that is a huge relief. So as well as extending it, they've actually made it a little bit more flexible because, yeah, having to choose and be like, oh, what am I going to need for the next year is a bit of a tricky decision. But let me just guide you through now what situations that you might be in so that you know which is going to be the best plan for you. So the Kickstarter is the cheapest plan. $27 a month if you buy annual. And I'll just, say that as well. If you choose an annual plan, which means you pay for your whole year up front, you get another 20% off the 50% off. Like it's phenomenal. like it's such a good deal. Like I cannot, explain how much this is going to make a difference. If you're wanting to start an online business in 2025, get this now. It is not going to be back. Sure, you might be able to get like 3 months for $99, which is, my other deal that I love that Kajabi puts out every now and then. But if you can get the whole year at 50% off and then get another 20% off that is definitely the way to go. So these prices here are the price if you pay annually. If you want to on this page, so if you come into here and then click through any of these buttons, it's going to land you on this page where you get the 12 months off, where you get the 12 months instead of 6. If you want to see what it's like if you paid month to month instead of annually, which is totally up to you, then just click on to monthly and you'll see the pricing options here. But we'll have a look at this annual because that's the absolute best price that you're going to get. So the Kickstarter plan, this is really if you are brand new to online business. If you have never set up a website, you don't have an email list, you're pretty much starting at ground zero. This Kickstarter is going to allow you to get your first product set up. So you can have one product. So it's like one course or one paid newsletter, one coaching program, one community, whatever it is that you want, you can have one, but you can't have one community and one course and one something else. Each product is counted as one. So it allows you to start selling something. You can also set up a funnel in Kajabi, but don't be too concerned about the number of funnels, because it's very easy to create things outside of funnels. The funnel just kind of groups things together and makes it easy when you're getting started, but it's not necessary. I don't actually use Kajabi's funnels at all. It will also give you your first 250 contacts, which is subscribers to your email list. Very helpful. And it gives you 50 active customers. Now, what that 50 means is 50 different people. So those people, you could buy more than one thing. But it means 50 people that are buying from you. And even though you can only have one product, you can have as many checkouts or offers as you like. So a lot of people, when they're getting started in this Kickstarter and basic plan, will set up the checkouts, but just won't set up a Kajabi product. There's a thing called a ghost offer, which is where you set up a checkout without a product attached to it. You could do that for things like coaching. You could set it up so you're just setting up your times via a Zoom link or over email, instead of actually setting up a a fully fledged coaching product. You could do it for templates. There's a lot of people sell templates, resources, little small offers. Maybe it's a really cool Google Doc, some kind of template process system. All of that stuff can be sold just through a checkout, and you can have unlimited checkouts. So don't feel too restricted by the product. But once you sort of start nearing, that 50 active customers, that's when you might want to upgrade into the next plan, which is the basic. You can also have 50 landing pages. That is a lot of landing pages. If you're just getting started, that is plenty. You're unlikely to need more than 50 landing pages. And you'll also get access to a group onboarding call, and you'll get one website. The basic is where you will start if you already know that you're going to be doing more than one product and you want to get that set up, pretty quickly. Kickstarter, like, I would recommend sort of choosing the minimum and go up, because if you started on basic and went down to Kickstarter, you'll lose that discount. So definitely make sure that you're choosing sort of where to go up from. And so with the basic, that is where a lot of people start, $59 a month, doing it through this 50% off on an annual. That is epic. It is such a good price. So you get 3 products. So you could have a course and a community, and a newsletter, a paid newsletter, for example. You might have a podcast and a course and a membership. Like, there's different ways you can, I'll show you the products in a sec so you get an idea of the different things that you can do. But you do have a little bit of flexibility. Don't worry about this funnels, because the funnels is just a way of grouping things in Kajabi into one place. You don't need it. So, like I said, I don't even use the funnels anymore. They're helpful when you're getting started in the online world to kind of conceptually understand what goes into a funnel. For example, if you want someone to get onto your email list, your page needs to have a form on it, and often that will need to also have an email sequence. So when you create a funnel, it's creating those things for you. But once you've started doing a few, you'll probably want to create them yourself anyway, and not sort of use those system generated ones. So that's why I say, don't stress too much about the funnels, and it's very easy to create things outside of the funnels. What you will get, though, which is why this blows my mind, for $59 a month, you will get 10,000 contacts, i.e., email subscribers. Now, almost every email marketing tool that I've ever, looked at in my life, like, I used to use ConvertKit back before I moved to Kajabi in 2019. The limits on that, you will probably, maybe have a couple of thousand, maybe 3,000 subscribers just for $59, let alone everything else that you can get as well. 10,000, usually when you start getting up to, that 10,000 point, you'll be getting into the hundreds per month easily. Like, even Kajabi's basic plan at full price is usually, coming close to what people are paying for just email marketing. Once you've got that as well on the basic, you can send as many emails as you want. So you can grow your list with confidence. You're not going to be penalized as you grow your list and have to, keep going up. Like, 10,000 is a pretty high amount of contacts. I'll give you some perspective. I currently have about 8,000 people on my email list, and I've been going since 2019. It's a lot of contacts. 1,000 active customers. This is people who've purchased a product from you. So those people can purchase multiple things. They could purchase 10 things from you, but it just means 1,000 people. So that's another point where sometimes when you get close to that, then you might want to move up, because in the next plan you get 10,000. You also get the one website with that unlimited landing pages, unlimited marketing emails. And then the next level up is the growth. This is where you maybe already have a business and you're coming into Kajabi, migrating from another platform. Usually the growth, possibly even the pro, is the best option to go for there, because you will get 15 products. So that's 15 different products that you can set up. 15 funnels, if you want to use funnels. I think it's unnecessary. 25,000 subscribers. That's huge. Like, that's phenomenal. $79 a month for 25,000 contacts. Seriously, try and find that on email marketing software elsewhere. You're just not going to do it. Plus, you get a website, which includes the blog. You also get access to advanced automations. Sometimes that can be really helpful when you want to use a form field and you only want to email people who answer a specific question on a form field. That's what you can do with those advanced automations. You also get an affiliate program. And often, even if you're nowhere near the number of products or subscribers, the affiliate program can be the thing that makes you want to go up to that growth plan, because that means that you can get people working for you. You can have customers that come into your world. You can ask them to share and they get a commission. So it will allow you to set up an affiliate program. I will say Kajabi's affiliate program is on the more simple side compared to some of the more sophisticated tools out there. However, when you are just, starting with an affiliate program, sometimes the complexity of other tools can stop you even doing it, because it's really, a lot to set up. Kajabi's affiliate program is pretty simple to set up. You can do it in an hour or two, and then voila, you have another way of attracting people into your world, and your affiliates get paid when their contacts make sales. So you make money, they make money. It's a win-win situation, and the money is going to people in your audience, not Zuckerberg and Google and the other people that are, big corporations. So sometimes for some people, it's really nice to have that perspective as well. Like, you're essentially paying for advertising by paying a commission to the people that recommend you. This custom branding just means that you can remove the made with Kajabi, and 24/7 support is often really helpful. There is a live chat so that you can get onto support and get help anytime of the night or day. You are not restricted to just being in a particular time zone, which is some of the things that I find really frustrating sometimes about other sites. Thankfully, I don't need support a lot, and people come to me for support now. But sometimes you do, sometimes something doesn't work, and you need to get in touch. So it's nice that you don't have to wait. I won't go into Pro. Pro is really good if you are, sort of more advanced in your business. You have lots of courses. Usually this is for people migrating, or once you start on, the basic or the growth plan, maybe you'll end up going to Pro. So I'm using Pro plan now because I have lots of products, but I've been doing this for 5 years, so it makes sense. So that is the plans. Let me know if you have any questions about any of the plans. I will put some, I've got a little question box here. Plus, if you're watching this on the replay, just put in a comment and ask me any questions if you do have, like, oh, what's the right plan for me? Do just bear in mind that if you are watching this after the 15th, I am sorry that you've missed this deal, but these are the regular prices: 55, 119, 159, or 319, and then you can click onto the monthly. But make sure when you click, you are coming to this website and you're clicking on one of the links on here to get the affiliate deal, and you will see this at the top. Partner referrals get 50% off for 12 months. That way you will know, you will see my name in the URL, so you'll know that you are getting that special deal for affiliate partners, and you'll get all the beautiful bonuses, and you'll get an extra 6 months at 50% off. So this is for 50% off for your first 12 months. But enough about the promotion. Let's go and have a look at Kajabi and see all the amazing things it can do, all my favorite features, the different types of products you can offer, etc. So Kajabi allows you to sell digital products online. And at the Kajabi Hero Live conference recently, one of the things that they were talking about is how diversification and having multiple different types of products, creators who have a product that has, or an offer that has a course plus community plus a coaching element, is able, the general price for those offers is 10 times just a course on its own. So definitely don't discount like offering those touch points for courses. Certainly courses are amazing, but I think it was something like on average across all Kajabi providers, people that are selling just a course is averaging around $100. People that are selling course plus community plus coaching as an offer are averaging more closer to $1,500 per sale. So that is pretty remarkable. So that's where having those multiple things, which is why the growth plan can be really helpful to give you 15 products, because you will get different options. So by products, you could have 15, that is 15 courses. You could have 3 courses, a coaching program, a community with 2 different groups in it, a podcast, 2 newsletters, 4 downloads, like whatever it is. It can be a mixture of those. It's just up to 15. You can see that I have 44. That's because I'm on the pro plan, so I have kind of unlimited, and this is my test area where I make all sorts of different tests. But we'll go into create a new product so you can see the options. So when you go in, you'll be prompted to set up a course, a podcast, a community, coaching, newsletter, or a download. Now, a course product also covers things like a membership product if you have curriculum. So this is the structure. If it's called a course, it doesn't have to be a course. I've been running a membership through Kajabi for almost 5 years, and that actually uses this course structure. And then we have a community element. So our membership is a course plus a community. You can set that up how you want, but by default, it's going to sort of set it up into that module format. But if you are running a membership, then you will be able to set it up and change the naming of those modules and make it make sense for a membership product instead of a course that sort of sequentially goes through. So it is going to tell you what is included in the different aspects. So because I've already set my community up on this, it's actually showing an access group. Now, I'm not going to go into the communities and the access groups and the things today. I have got a whole video up around that. But basically, inside your community, you set up a container for your community, and then you can have different levels of access. So some parts of your community can just be for people in a premium program, for example, and some parts are for everyone. You may even have a free part of your community. So you've got lots of different options with how you can set it up. And we're very lucky to have Colette from the Kajabi Communities team come in this morning and show off the brand new redesign of Kajabi Communities. It's been 2 years, I think, since the Kajabi Communities first came out and it was released into the world. And there have been some really awesome changes, and they're continuing to make fantastic changes. One of the things that I love the most about Kajabi is there are constant improvements, and their mission is to help creators make more money, help creators have successful businesses. So they're constantly tweaking, improving, and changing. And that is why I'm such a strong and passionate Kajabi fangirl, because I love that. Like, they're not just like, here's a thing, enjoy, we're going to leave it at that. So yeah, so that's community. You've also got the option for coaching programs, a newsletter. That's a brand new feature. So that's like, a similar thing that you would do through Substack or Beehive or something like that. You can have that as a paid newsletter or a free one. Digital downloads is another brand new feature. This is the easiest. So if you're like, I want to start selling something today, downloads is 100% the way to go. Downloads or coaching are the easiest things where you can be like, done, it's set up, and you can start selling it in the same day. So you are basically then uploading files that people can then log in and be able to download. So a course is the more robust. A podcast is just a podcast that you host on the platform. It could be a private podcast that's only available to people who do a course, or it's a public podcast that is out in the world on Apple, Spotify, etc. So we'll go through and we'll create a course, because that is the most common thing that people tend to create. And I'll show you how easy it is to set up your course. So we're going to get started. We can choose, well, I can actually, I'm just going to stick with this evergreen option because the cohorts is a new feature that's not out to everyone yet. Evergreen meaning it's available all the time as opposed to running on a specific date. And what should we make the course today? We'll just make it how to set up a Kajabi website, because I don't have the brain space to come up with any other cool name. And here we might just say all the starting steps. I actually might make how to set up a Kajabi course. Very meta. All you need to set up a Kajabi course, in Kajabi, including a step-by-step. And now you can just go past this step and just give it a title and not put it in a description. But one of the cool things, it's not perfect, but one of the cool things that you have available is to use this info to generate content and additional resources. So if you do put something in this description and you make it probably a little bit more powerful and robust than what's in here. A few more details would be helpful. But if you put a description in here, Kajabi's AI tools are actually going to use this to create a whole lot of the course assets for you. So let me show you what that is going to look like. We can choose the color, which is the primary color, which is the button. So we might make it purple, and then we'll make this. It's probably going to look a little bit ugly, but we'll do it. Oh yeah, that's not nice. We might just pick a different color in the background. So there we go. So you've got full control over colors, and you can change this afterwards. We don't have a thumbnail, but actually I'll see if I've got something in recents that we can put in. This is like the course thumbnail here. Have I got something? This is my recent stuff. There we go. Let's just call it this Ultimate Kajabi Resource Vault. So this is just an image that we create in Canva. This 1280 by 720 image size is used a lot throughout Kajabi. So this is our thumbnail. It has picked this one up. So this is what will show in a student's library when they come into the course, and it will show it a few other pieces around Kajabi. So we will set this up. Let's just say this is $197. My currency is set to US dollars by default. You can choose what it is. We've also options to let customers pay what they want. So you could actually have it set. So you could set a minimum. So we could say $9 is the minimum, but you can pay whatever you want. So you can do fun things like that with promotion and pricing. You've also got options to do multi-pay. So you might want to have it so it's like 3 payments or 10 payments or whatever the case is. It could be weekly payments, monthly payments, or annual. Or you could have it so it's a subscription. So that's really good for that community, ongoing access to a newsletter, a private podcast feed, all of those things where it's people will stay until they stop paying. So you can choose whatever it is, the most appropriate. We're just going to stick with one-time payment for this. We'll turn that, let customers pay. We'll go back to 197. If we had Kajabi sales tax set up, we can also, or Kajabi payments and the tax set up. I don't on this test account, but if we did, we can then choose the tax. So Kajabi payments is a fantastic system. It's not available in every country yet. So far, it's Canada, Australia, the UK, and the US, but it is coming to Europe and a whole lot of other places soon. And it allows you to offer Apple Pay, Google Pay, Klarna, Afterpay, a whole lot of other payment options, which is fantastic. It just makes it so much easier. Like the more ways that you can give for people to pay you, the more sales that you are likely to make. So that's an optional thing on people's accounts. You could just use Stripe and or PayPal. We're just going to pick PayPal today because I don't think I actually have this properly set up on this test account. And we can then click next, and this is going to help us set up also the checkout and the offer for this, as well as the course. So what it's done is it's created some dummy content, dummy lessons. It's also created us a landing page and even an email to promote our brand new course. So this is going to give us some information. Obviously, you will probably have a course outline, but if you're thinking, hey, thanks for creating something, it gives you a bit of a sense of what it's going to look like. So we've got these modules that it's set up for us. We can override any of this. Now, if you check on the option not to have Kajabi help you with this, it'll just come up with a blank module and a blank lesson, and you can build it from scratch. So when we go into a lesson, this one has got some information here. So we're like, thank you very much, Kajabi, for doing this. So obviously, you may not want to use this word for word. It is ChatGPT generated, but it can give you a helpful start point. You can then add in a video, audio. You can have an assessment, which is like a questionnaire, or you can make a lesson a quiz. You can add downloads in here. There's so much that you can do. You can customize all of this to make it look, as pretty as you want. You can use thumbnails to really bring out, that graphic design element of what you're doing. Inside the lesson, so this is actually lessons, and then you've got further things that you can do within this customize area where you can choose different templates to make your course or your membership or whatever product that you are using. We're going to click on install template so we can see some options. So we've got a whole lot of different design options in here. This sunset and gamify light options, they actually have additional coded functionality to make them look even nicer. Penny in Your Pocket and Bastian from Jiffy Courses, they are phenomenal template designers, but the templates that they do have actual functional additional changes on there. Like it lets you do more than just with basic Kajabi. So you can get these versions, and then you can also purchase even cooler versions from them. I've actually got a couple of the templates, one from Penny and one from Bastian at Jiffy Courses, to give additional functionality above and beyond Kajabi. But you can start with these, and you can also purchase designed templates. This Prosper and Creative and the Premiere, these are all a similar framework and structure, but using different design and different colors, fonts, layouts, all of those kinds of things changes the look of it completely. So I've often seen people saying, oh, Kajabi's, I've done courses on Kajabi and they're really boring. Maybe it's because the person who set up the course just left it at the defaults. There is so many options for customization to really make it look special, really make it match your brand and be really visually beautiful. It's one of the things that I love about Kajabi is having that flexibility to be able to style your course area so it doesn't just look like the default. I hate like things. I shouldn't say this. It feels a little bit mean, but I hate Teachable when Teachable just has like the same boring every single course, and Teachable and Podia and stuff like that looks exactly the same with maybe different colors. Kajabi allows you to actually design and make your courses look really vibrant and different using these different templates or different ones that you can purchase on top of this as well. All right, so that's a course product. There's so much more I could go into. You can do certificates, you can do live rooms. There's so much in this. But we've also got coaching programs. You can offer single sessions, you can offer packages of coaching, group coaching. We've also got community. Like I said, we just had the community call this morning with Colette from the communities team. She's the program manager there. And seeing the new redesign and layout of it, it's so exciting. There's so many cool things that are going to be coming in future as well. She was mentioning gamification is on the roadmap for next year. So yeah, there's a lot coming with that. Podcast is pretty straightforward. That's just instead of having to host your podcast elsewhere, you can host it in Kajabi. Now it is, I would say, more on the basic side. Podcast isn't like a core feature of Kajabi. It's more that if you don't want to have to get other podcast software and the podcast isn't your main marketing channel, but you want to have a podcast, then doing it in Kajabi makes sense. If your podcast is your primary marketing channel and you are pouring everything into podcast and checking the analytics every day and doing a lot of episodes and it's a really big thing for you, then using specific podcasting software might make sense. But if your podcast, you're like, hey, I just want to have a podcast, I want a place to upload everything for people to be able to subscribe to it and listen, then doing it in Kajabi is a fantastic idea, and it just uses up one of those products. We've also got newsletters and downloads, as I said. And as well, this is where we've got our different things. Offers is checkouts, essentially. So the offers is what allows you to be able to sell to your customers. So you can have as many as you want. So you could have courses, you could sell workshops, you could even sell live workshops that doesn't use up one of your products and just send people out a Zoom link. I've done that so many times. So the different types of things that I have sold through Kajabi checkouts in my own business, as well as selling courses and my membership, we also sell templates. So we actually sell Kajabi templates and Canva templates. We have sold VIP days. So I do Kajabi VIP days with clients called a Kajabi Butler Experience, where we build everything for you in Kajabi. So we've sold those through a Kajabi checkout and taken the payment that way. I have also sold, what else have I sold? Coaching programs. I do a lot of coaching. My calls that I include with this Kajabi bonus, I actually do a lot of calls outside of that with people. So I sell a lot of coaching through the site. So membership courses, I've done workshops, I've done my Kajabi play shops, the templates. I have to think. There's so many things. I'll probably even think of more things that I've done. I've done probably half a dozen workshops where I've sold seats to that, run the workshop live, and then actually turn that recording into a mini course and then being able to sell the mini course afterwards. I have also sold a paid newsletter product actually before Kajabi brought in the newsletter. So if I'd had that in the past, I would have been like, yes, thank you so much for having that and making it really easy. So I've sold a paid newsletter. it's kind of one of those sky's the limit. There's so many things. Like I have had clients that have sold like Excel and or Google Sheet templates through Kajabi. Lots of Canva templates get sold through Kajabi. There's just so many things. It's kind of like a if you can dream it, then we can do it situation. Also, this is exciting. The brand new shopping cart feature. This was announced at Kajabi Hero Live. I'm very lucky to be one of the early testers. I don't have a full cart set up done just yet, but we are talking to Steph, Vice President of the Commerce team, next week. She's coming in and showing us the cart, everything that they have been doing. We will have a look at the cart that I've set up, so you can actually see it and experience it. And Kajabi are not trying to be Shopify. They're not trying to make a fully fledged like shopping cart that handles everything like sizing and shipping and all those kinds of things. They're trying to make a cart that's going to work really well for digital creators. So if you have lots of smaller offers like little workshops, mini courses, coaching, all those things, people can actually bundle it up together and buy it at one time. Most digital product softwares and platforms and payment gateways are really focused around selling one thing and then adding order bumps or adding upsells, which are all processed as individual transactions. So Kajabi bringing this concept of being able to buy multiple things in one hit and people choose what they are is going to be an absolute, I hate this word because ChatGPT have overused it, but it is a game changer. Really, it's really cool. So it's exciting to see them bringing that out. Um, and yes, oh my gosh, what else? What else can we talk about? Hey, Janelle, so great to have you here. So Kajabi's website, obviously you've got your website, and within the website, you can also have a blog if you choose to. With your blog, some people now, because newsletters is a really new thing, if you didn't want to have a blog, the newsletter feature allows you to have your newsletter that goes out and it will also save it on your site as kind of like a blog. So some people will want to have both newsletter and a blog, but I would say going forward, most people will choose blog or newsletter. So in the past, I've sent out newsletters and then added them to the blog. But if I was starting from scratch today, I would set up a newsletter and have those newsletters going out into that newsletter area, which is kind of like the equivalent of a blog. But hey, nice to have options, right? You can have unlimited landing pages, except if you're on that Kickstarter plan. There's also the option to have a Kajabi branded app. So we actually have a branded app, and anyone who has purchased any of our courses can download that app. And we're working on actually making it so that I could just say, hey, go and download our app, and then things are actually going to be able to be purchased directly on the app. There has been so much research around, obviously people being able to buy things and ease of use. I've been working in the online space since 1999, in the e-commerce space before coming into digital products. The more options and easier that you can make it for people to give you money, the more sales that you will make. And being able to have it so that people could just one-click purchase off your app is phenomenal. So that has really recently come out. And so having things, you probably won't want to have your higher ticket programs going through the app because you do have to pay App Store and Google Play Store commission. If you make, I think it's under $100,000 a year through the App Store, it's 15% commission. And I think over that is 30%. So this is perfect for those low ticket offers, those easy purchases. We can say, hey, go and take a class, like go and do this little workshop. They're going to have subscriptions coming soon. So if you had a low ticket, easy purchase membership, that's going to be able to come out as well. And then you are getting people into your world so that you can upsell them into your higher ticket program. So that branded app, again, we got the fireside chat sessions happening every day for the next couple of weeks of sharing from the actual Kajabi team itself, the changes that are coming. And the app has had a lot of work. And the branded app also allows you, if you have a community and courses, to have them together in the same app. And not only that, the kudos of having your own brand, like it's no longer, hey, go and download the Kajabi app or go and download the Kajabi Communities app. It's go and download the Unicorn Advisory app, go and download My Business app. And if you are trying to ever do an app by yourself, you will know that is a tens of thousands of dollars experience, and Kajabi starts from $89 a month to have your own branded app with your own logo, your own everything. Kajabi will build it for you and get it ready, and it's a way for people to be able to access your content. And not only that, one of the most powerful things with the app is you can send push notifications directly to the phone. Again, that's going to encourage people to sign up for free classes, webinars, your lower ticket products, whatever it is that you're promoting, it's really, really powerful. Um, Within marketing in Kajabi, like this is big. I know this has been going long, so thank you for hanging in with me if you are watching through this video. But within marketing, we can do really powerful email marketing campaigns. Kajabi's email is fantastic. I love it. Like the amount of people that I've met in the last few months that are doing multi-million dollars every year on Kajabi that are using Kajabi's email blows my mind. Sometimes people think, oh, well, Kajabi's email is good up to a point. And sure, it's the same thing with the podcast. If you are like full steam on your email, you're analyzing everything, you're using every feature of your email marketing software. If you're using something like Active Campaign, where you've got lots and lots of different options, sure, that may be right for you. But if you are wanting to send out email broadcasts, send out newsletters to your list, put people into sequences, do some fancy automations, and choose which part of your audience gets one email, compared to people that don't, segmenting, all that kind of stuff, Kajabi has totally got you covered. And from what I've seen in my experience, I'm on a lot of email lists. I'm a total marketing and digital space nerd, I guess, for want of a better word. So I get a lot of emails from a lot of different people from a lot of different platforms. From my personal perspective, I don't see a lot of difference between deliverability on platforms, as well as my experience looking in clients' accounts. A lot of the deliverability stuff comes down to how you are using it and not the platform itself, especially post February 2024, when a whole lot of changes came in. Whatever platform that you are doing, please make sure that you have your DMARC set up, your DKIM records. All of those things are going to help with the deliverability. Often I'll hear people go, Kajabi's email's crap. And sure, maybe 7 years ago, like it was. When I very first started on Kajabi, that was about the time they really started investing heavily into email to make sure that it was super reliable, the deliverability was there. And a lot of times when people say their emails aren't going through, it's because they don't have those security records set up, which is a really recent development, but that would be on any platform. So I love Kajabi's emails. I mean, I know I love everything Kajabi, but I will use Kajabi's emails because sometimes those extra features that you see on other platforms, you will find that you think, oh, well, I might want to do that at some point. But anything that's more complicated than sending out an email to your list, choosing who it goes to, or sending out sequences, you can bump people from one sequence to another. You can actually get pretty sophisticated with Kajabi's email. So my vote is go team Kajabi email. If it's good enough for people that are making millions and millions and millions of dollars through Kajabi, it's good enough for me. And also, I find it works really, really well. So you can set up an email broadcast or an email sequence. Thankfully now you can do an A/B test of the subject line and the content when you're doing an A/B, when you're doing a broadcast, which is an email that you send at a specific date and time. I love that because it really helps you be able to get the subject line, or get the content that's really going to resonate with people. Generally, I will A/B test the subject line because that's what makes people open, and get into. If someone doesn't open the email, they're not going to read it. So I focus on trying to get those subject lines really good, which is another aspect of deliverability as well. The subject line is definitely going to make a difference. Again, I've got lots of videos on Kajabi's email, and if you have questions about that, please feel free to ask. And you can choose in your, we'll go and have a look. No, that one's been sent. So we'll go and have a look at this one that Kajabi set up for us when we just made this course, which is setting up an early access. So it's actually created some content for us. We can go and edit this however we want, but there's also a heap of automations that we can add. So we can do when this email is opened or when a link in this broadcast email is clicked. And I think it's going to make us choose a link. Hopefully it's going to work. Then we can have actions. We could give people access to an offer being a checkout or a product. We could subscribe them to an email sequence. So if they clicked on something in the email, it could be like, hey, they're interested in such and such. That could then subscribe them to a sequence. We could register someone to an event. So this makes it really, really easy if you're doing a webinar or a challenge or something and you want people to register to an event, which is another thing we haven't even looked at yet that Kajabi offers. We can add a tag or remove a tag. Often I'll use the tags if you ask questions in an email. You can be like, do you like this or do you like that? And then you can actually add tags according to what people click. Or sometimes I'll actually use this when I want people to opt out of a promotion if they're not interested. I could say, hey, if you don't want to hear anything more about Kajabi's 50% off promotion, click here, and I then add a tag, no Kajabi promotion, and then people will not get that going forward because I'll be able to choose who gets what. You could even do things like send a coupon as well, and then you can do conditions. If someone has a product, then email. If they don't have a product, then send a different email. Like there's a lot of things that you can do, and this is where people, when they go, Kajabi is email is crap, I'm like, do you actually use it? Do you actually know what you can do? And then the other thing is choosing the recipients. The segmentation in Kajabi is fantastic. It will allow you to get super, super granular. You can have saved segments. So this is a little bit messy, I must say. Because I've done so many testings in here, but I can, set, people who, are members of a particular product, that they're interested, but they haven't purchased yet, that they own a course, but they haven't been active. Like these are all different testings that I've set up. But you at any point can set up a custom segment, which will allow you, actually custom segment, no, we want to add a filter. Hang on, actually, we might clear this off here. I think I've already done something with this. So this is a tag that's here. So what we want to do is, instead of having all contacts, we actually want to go and create a custom segment. So this is where we can create a filter. And there is a lot of filters in here so that we can make it exactly what we want. It could be people that have joined in the last, 7 days, 15 days, 30 days. It could be people who have visited a page on your site or not. It could be people who have been delivered an email or haven't been delivered an email. It could be choosing people who have submitted a form or they've not submitted a form, that they own a product or they don't own a product, or they own an offer, which is a checkout, or they don't, if they've used a coupon code or not. So there's so many different options, and you can layer these. So you can be, doing things like people who do not have offer or does not own product and who has filled out the form. So it has submitted any of these forms. So maybe you've been running a webinar or a challenge or something. So you might be like, submitted this form for the webinar, but does not yet own the product. Those people might get the promotional email. So it's going to exclude anyone who didn't register for the webinar or already owns the product. So you can layer these up and you can get quite granular, and there is a lot of control. So it's one of the things I love. Kajabi's doesn't have lists per se. They have one master list, and then you create these segments for the different conditions. And as you can see from my crazy segment list, you can have as many as you want in here. So that is email campaigns. We can also do like automations. I love using Kajabi's automations. There is a lot that you can do. The funnels, as I mentioned earlier, I can take or leave funnels. They're kind of okay. They just help you with the framework if you are new, but you can certainly set everything up. Like everything in the funnel lives in other places in Kajabi. It's just that it groups it all together. Events is another cool thing that you can do. You can use events for two reasons. I use events for an actual webinar event or a challenge or something like that. I also use events to create countdowns so that I can put a countdown timer on a page or in an email that I am sending out. So in that case, it would be when the launch period ends or something like that. Or if it's a webinar, it's like at a certain date and time, and then you can actually send emails around it. I'm not sure if it's going to let me do that because this is an old one. It is old, but then you can send an email, you're registered, hey, we're starting in 60 minutes. Or about to start, and then you can actually add emails. It's probably not going to let me because this is past. No, it's not going to let me. Oh, maybe it is actually, after the event. So you can then have emails that are going to go out like a day later, a week later. You've got a lot of flexibility with that, which is really nice. Then we've got our contacts, analytics, creative. There's more. I'm running out of energy. There's so many things that you can do within Kajabi. As you can see, I'm a little excited. I love Kajabi for good reason. It is a phenomenal system. It's really, really powerful. And it's, a thing that's going to allow you to make money online. One of the things that I loved most about attending Kajabi Hero Live in October was meeting the Kajabi team, meeting other Kajabi users and heroes, but mainly just hearing how completely committed and passionate every single person that I met from the Kajabi team was. And I met a lot of people. They just want to help Kajabi heroes, creators succeed, to make successful businesses, to make more money online, knowing that everyone has a different business and wants to be selling different types of things, and making those things available to us, and then continually improving that experience so that we can do better, so that we can be more, so that we can have a lifestyle that suits. I am talking to you now from my Airbnb apartment in Malaysia, as I'm now able to take my business on the road, and I can work from anywhere. In the last few months, I have been to Japan, I've been to the Philippines, I've been in Australia, including a 1 month road trip around Australia, living out of the back of my X Trail in a camper. Um, I have traveled to the USA. I'm now back here in Malaysia, where I spent a few months earlier this year. In 2 weeks' time, I'm going to be going to Thailand, and I can take my business on the road with me. I can keep earning. I'm able to do that from anywhere, and I know what a privilege that is. It did take me 5 years to get to this point, but that is the whole purpose of why I set this up. I wanted to be able to have the freedom to work from wherever, like to not have to go into an office. I just don't think I would ever be a good employee. So then, instead of being a remote worker and having one of these arrangements where you can work from home, and then all of a sudden they change the rules and you've got to go back into the office, this gives you that freedom to do whatever. Maybe it's that you don't want to travel. Maybe you just want to be able to work a business that you can work around your family, and you only have capacity for doing it in the evenings, for example. Maybe you only want to work at certain times of day. There's a million reasons why creators like us, choose this path of entrepreneurship and selling online. And Kajabi gives us the tools to make it easy. And you don't have to have that brain space of learning 15 different tools, going into all these different logins. You can do it all in one place. You can truly run your business from one system, which is Kajabi. I love it. I mean, you'd think they were paying me to say this. Well, I mean, kind of, in a way they are. Because if you sign up to Kajabi through me, I will get a commission. I will really, really appreciate you. And I will put all of that commission back in your hands through some resources that I make available. One-on-one session with me, 3 months of weekly support in my membership, some amazing courses, 50% off our templates only during this 50% off promotion. It's pretty amazing. And if you are watching this afterwards and you are seeing this and be like, what, 50%? I missed out. I'm so sorry. It is one of those things that, I mean, hey, I hope it comes back, because it's a pretty amazing offer, but it is the best offer that I've ever seen Kajabi do. So hopefully there'll be an almost equally as good offer. Often Kajabi does 3 months for $99, which of the growth plan, which again is also really awesome. And it gives you that chance to get started, get something up for sale, start creating your first digital products, and you'll have people like me here to help support you get started. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you have learned a little bit more about Kajabi. Maybe you have caught my Kajabi infectious enthusiasm. And that deal is available. Let me just pop it up onto the screen one last time for you. If you go to theunicornadvisory.com/Kajabi, or click on one of the affiliate links in the description, then you will be able to get A, our bonuses, and B, 12 months instead of 6 months at 50% off. If you have got any questions, if you go onto this page here on our site, you will see this little message us box down the bottom. Click onto that and you will be able to send a message to myself and the Unicorn team, and we will be able to answer your questions. So just bear in mind, you got 2 days and 1 hour and 34 minutes from now. I'm doing this live, so I'm aware you could be watching it later, but do it. Take advantage of it. Get yourself ready for an epic 2025. Get something up for sale even before the end of the year. I'll be here to support you. But I hope you have a beautiful day. I'm Sue McLaughlin from Unicorn Advisory. It's been fun showing you around Kajabi, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye-bye.